Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lebanon Board of Park Commissioners. I'd like to call the meeting to order and let the record show that all members are present except Karen Galvin and Shirley McLean. If everyone's had a chance to read the minutes from the last meeting, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. Is there any old business to come before the board? None, John? Okay. New business? Okay. Let's go to the director's report.
Okay, good evening. Our pool season wraps up this Labor Day weekend. Our hours are changed a little bit on Monday since it's a holiday. We'll be opening at 11 a.m. and closing at 6 p.m. Our free splash pad down at Abner Longley will stay open until the weather changes too cold for it to stay open. They're both really popular this season. We've had a great season, and there again, everybody's getting back to school, so we have to close on Labor Day. The two Girl Scouts that were raising money, they raised a little over $2,000. That's Adrian and what's her name? Crystal Lynn. Crystal Lynn. I'm sorry, a little space in there. And I thought what we'd do, since that was they fell a little bit short of their goal, that we'd go ahead and put some money in out of our dog park non-reverting fund to buy some amenities for the dog agility equipment down there. They really did work hard at it and tried, and they extended it a little bit, but just couldn't come up with the money. And it's a tough time for everything this year.
This wasn't good timing, yeah.
Yeah, I want to appreciate everything they did, though, and we'll get together and pick some things out. We're doing very well at the dog park. We have over 150 patrons now. I think that averages or adds up to about 185 dogs, so it's being used quite a bit. I want to thank retired Fire Chief Ted Caldwell. He's been helping us out this summer by opening up the conservation pond daily at 8 o'clock and closing it. He's closed a little earlier now, but as it gets dark. But he's been doing that 8 to 8, 7 days a week for us, checking on people and helping out and kind of helping them maintain and keep it clean. He's down there, lives close by, but he's really looking out for us, and I appreciate all his help. He's done it all summer, and he really appreciates it, and he can see a little change in attitude, too, about keeping that park clean. So a big thank you goes out to retired Chief Ted. There again, we had Battle of the Barbecued. It was a huge success last month. A little different look also. We had a drive-through, which went very well. It was a free will offering, and the day was beautiful, and they raised a lot of money, which was great. And they were very concerned. A lot of hard work went into it, but they really appreciated all the park's help in that, and the park board allowing them to do that event. And everybody was very safe and happy and following all the guidelines, so worked out very well. And all that money stays here for the Cancer Society. That's what's cool. All that money stays in Boone County for the cancer. There again, our daddy-daughter dance went very well. We had a great turnout last weekend. Enjoyed having the dance on the pool deck so we could social distance. Really appreciate Olaf and Elsa. They made an appearance and had a couple limos. It was beautiful. The weather couldn't have been more perfect for that outdoor event. And we'll get some ideas if we'll do that outside again. I don't think we could duplicate that weather, but God, it was gorgeous. There again, thanks to Allison and all the volunteers that helped out to make that such a great event. Lebanon Youth Football is running smoothly with some great games. In fact, there's one going on right now. If we get out of here early, you can go down and watch a great football game. There again, they've been playing for a couple, 3 weeks now. That season's going very well, and again, playing some different. I think there's another group out at Western Boone doing the travel. Part of the team travels, and the flag football guys are the ones that play out here doing very well. Co-ed softball finished the season August 16th with a great tournament to wrap it up. Yeah, it was a double elimination, and the last two teams standing had both been beat once, so it was really neat to see them play it off. There again, thanks to Allison for a great turnout, great softball season. Hoosier Town Ball is underway at Memorial Park on Sunday. Also some good games to watch there, and that's on Sunday afternoons. And it's an older group that plays. A lot of different teams from different communities come in, and they really enjoy our field. They're renting the field. Looks really good, though. Some good baseball and some fast pitches. I've seen over 80 miles an hour down there. It's fastball or hard baseball. Boys and Girls Club is getting ready to start their season out at Reese Park. Please be mindful of the increase of traffic and children at that park out there. There again, the kids have been using it this summer. We put a few goals out there to keep them tuned up, and they could be outside and get some recreation time in. And that was thanks to our youth LISA group that helped us with that. The RC course is in place now at Abner Longley, getting a lot of use down there. Course really looks good. There again, see quite a few people in and out of down there, and it's nice to have a lot of activity at Abner Longley. Also at Abner Longley, we put new basketball goalpost up, new backboards, and new rims. We couldn't get it all the court itself fixed. There's some cracks in it that we'll fix and repair next year. That's that same company that did our pickleball and our tennis courts, refinished them. They'll come out and stripe it and put some lines on it so everybody has foul lines and all that. We have kind of, it just isn't professional. We'll have professionals do it. But getting some well received out there. A lot of the guys were coming out to Memorial Park saying, get our goals back up. So really nice. They look good. All the grounds have been treated already for weeds and fertilizing, and so we're ready to start seeding. I think in your claims tonight you can see we started some seeding with somebody we needed some help with, so John George is nice enough to come out and do some grading and seeding. But we'll be doing the aerating and seeding throughout the rest of the season. All our drainage areas were all graded and strawed. Also, we hosted the last walk for the senior class of 2020 last month. Really nice. There again, they could social distance, and it was nice to see those kids get a little bit of accolades for all their hard work and their accomplishments. And they really enjoyed it. Again, another nice evening that we've had there. Also, last month, the Rotary Club had a dedication of the renovations for the Memorial Shelter. I want to thank them for the amount of money and the time spent there. I made a little joke or comment that Alan Milburn, if you ever have a project, he should be the project manager. That guy was out there, and he should have put him on payroll. He was out there more than anybody, checking on every little detail, and just I really appreciate the whole group, but Alan put in a lot of time and greatly appreciate all their help. And I think that shelter, boy, all our facilities are getting used unbelievably. Even any bench that we put out or picnic table, they're all getting used this year, obviously with the conditions that are going on. Update on our current park projects. HWC has submitted a scope and service proposal for a pool expansion. That I have spoke to the council about, and they will get with the park board on a lot of these projects. They'll get with you looking at funding and all that. They're meeting with our financial planners, and they are discussing on what they want to go forward with. BF&S has submitted a cost estimate for our lighting at Memorial Park. Baker Tilly, and that's the financial group that we normally work with, they're finalizing the park impact fee study. Hope to present that to the council later this month or the 1st of October. After that process, then we'll go probably 6 months, and then it'll be activated. So all this new housing addition that we have going on, we'll be able to get some monies for new park projects. You can't use it for maintenance or anything old, but that park impact fee, and every community has it around us, every small town and city. So it's something that we're kind of been wanting to do for quite a few years, and finally getting that accomplished.
What-
and
what-
appreciate all their hard work on that.
What's the holdup on that? I know we've been doing that for what, 2 or 3
COVID,
months?
COVID was a lot of it, and then there's a lot more detail than, I had done this probably 7 years back, and we didn't go forward with it with the council. This was a lot different, and some of the group that we had together, we need certain people to come in, and if they aren't, then it could be contested, so we're trying to get another group in there to accomplish what we want to
Okay.
accomplish. So it's something technical, just to keep us on the up and up, even though pretty much all the work has been accomplished. There again, it was a lot different situation this year. I never remember having to find out what we've purchased, how much we purchased it for, which makes sense to do in a park impact fee, and all the donations of properties and things like that. So a lot of crossing Ts and dotting Is, but
And just so the public is aware, that is only for new homes. That
New
tax,
homes
that will
only,
not
new-
go against,
it will not go against any taxpayer. It's a one-time fee that goes to anybody that's building a new home. So all the new homes are coming in. And the builders, we have a couple builders that are on there for Ryan Homes, or I'm not sure what the homes are. I'm terrible. Carpenter? Two of the home, that's a realtor. Anyway, 2 of the home builders are on the group, or in the group, and they both said every community around, and they're really surprised that we didn't already have that input. But that'll take a council, 2 council votes, so after that, it'll probably be, because I have to read the ordinance.
first of the year.
Yeah, it'll probably be 6 months, is what Baker Tilly said, that it'd probably be 6 months after the ordinance is in place that we can actually instill it. They're working on a road impact fees. I think theirs is probably going to extend till December before they can actually get anything done. So I agree with you. I think it's taken a little long, but COVID did have quite a bit of trouble there to stall it. There again, we have Little Tykes will be installing a rope climbing station playground equipment at Memorial Park. They'll be doing that mid-October. Log doctors from Tennessee will be out to, I'm hoping later this month, 1st of October at the latest, to assess and address some of the concerns that we have on the cabin. They're coming out of Tennessee, and they gave me a quote, and I wasn't comfortable with it. It was very low, and I want them to put their hands on it rather than video and getting pricing. I had a couple other, pretty much all the restoration people are turning us down to do any work on the cabin. If anybody has any leads on restoring cabins other than what you see on TV.
Do we know why they're turning it down?
They don't want any part of it because they don't know what it'll lead to or what condition, and they don't know how to renovate a cabin the way that we have, and they don't want to take any chances of caving it in, I guess. But if you have any information or anybody that's interested, be happy to talk with them. Tennessee guy is about the only one I could find. Several have turned it down. And those guys are busy, I guess, too. There's quite a bit of work being done at other parks. There again, we'll be doing probably 12 different areas at Memorial Park on the walk to replace the sidewalks. We're doing that in-house. Putting our last gravel barn, about 1,500 square feet of concrete. We'll be pouring that floor here soon. Now that the pool will be closing this weekend, we'll probably start that project in the next couple weeks of finishing the facade in the back of the pool area. We're putting in a furnace that has never been installed in the bathhouse to just keep enough heat on there that pipes don't freeze. We've tried different things to keep the pipes from busting, but it's just too costly. So I think with a low mount, 40 degrees, we can keep that. And we'll install that ourselves too. That's just a few of the projects that we have, but we have quite a few different projects that we'll be working on. And that's pretty much all I had.
Okay.
The bathroom's open then?
Oh yeah, the bathrooms are good. We had to finish up some of those things ourselves. The flush valves were coming in from China or somewhere, held up. We went ahead and bought some flush valves, threw them on there. Finally, they came in after the fact. There were quite a few things that we weren't happy with that we changed up too, the craftsmanship, so we fixed it the way that we fix things. If you've been in them, they're just gorgeous.
We get any deductions for that? I assume not?
No, they're
No.
paid and done. They're out of there. And it is frustrating, to say the least. There again, we held their feet to the fire on a lot of things, but, yeah, there are a few things that we weren't real pleased with, but we had to get them open. It was long enough, so our parks are looking good. I think we're having a lot of traffic. Downtown seems good. We'll start working on those plant material here in the next couple weeks when everything's dying, cutting them down and transplanting and moving. There's still several things that are under warranty up at the downtown. There's like 3 trees and several of the bushes that are dead that are under warranty. I would already had them ripped out and replaced, but I think they should, like John said, hold these people to the fire, so the contractors should take care of this. There again, I think everything seems to be going smooth. Don't know about any other events that we'll be having at the park. We'll check with the health department to get their approval before we do anything and make sure that we go through all the guidelines that we need to. And that's all I had. Any
Okay.
questions?
Any questions for the board for John? I know it's been a challenge this year, but I think everybody out there did a really good job. The parks always look great, but this year, everybody held to what they were supposed to do, which doesn't make it easy, so.
Thank you, and we're going to have our second baby from the park employee. Joel McMasters went in at 6 o'clock this morning, waiting to hear his baby boy will be born any time.
Oh, God.
6 o'clock, haven't heard still, so everybody said prayers out to Joel, and he'll be welcomed home by another little sister, so looking forward to Joel. He's done a great job for us this year, and real excited for him. Taylor came back.
Yeah.
Allison did an outstanding job along with Lori Frost and everybody to kind of help out. Taylor, last week was a little tough for her first week to leave her newborn, and there again, yeah, and she's doing great, and it's great to have her back. Very strong office that we have, and very glad to have her back. But Allison did an outstanding job. While she was in her stead. And Allison doesn't want any part of that office manager. She wanted to stay to program. So there again, I think we're all fortunate to have her back. And we have started the first round of budgets. We've met, and we will be, I'm sure, called back to the table, and I'll let you know more as that progresses too.
I think you mentioned last month that you're ready to review the priority list again.
Yes, and I meant to send that out to you. I was reviewing the minutes, and I will get that to you. I apologize, that's all mine. The council, I told them some of the projects, and they all had pretty much our list from last year when we sat down, and we've accomplished quite a few of them, but yeah, I said those priorities might have changed, and I said I'd get with the park board. They want to know the park board's projects of what they'd like to go. They still don't know how they're going to fund them or which way they'll fund them, but they're all they know our parks are getting used quite a bit more than they ever have, so they are very receptive to our needs. Yes.
You mentioned it already, but it has been great to see people of all ages making use of it for picnicking, for throwing frisbee, for whatever. I mean,
It
there's just
is.
been a range of activity, and I love
I think
seeing
I see
that.
Jessica and you quite a
yeah.
bit, and Lori all summer
Been there
there,
many
and John's
times.
always working, so but yeah, I've seen you all out quite a bit, and you see all the people, and just putting the benches out, we actually got more lumber. There's a lumber shortage, if you haven't heard, treated lumber, so we got more treated lumber to fix up some more picnic tables, and as soon as we get them, we'll throw them out, because they're all getting used quite a bit this year.
The new
regardless
picnic tables are really nice.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I hope that Thompson Street, that's another I probably didn't go over, but that our attorneys are working on that. It's in the county commissioner and county attorney's hands to get the final details of liens and things worked out and see if they'll accept. And then that'll probably be another 6 weeks after that happens at least. So we still don't have control of Thompson Street. That's the place down at Abner Longley. But boy, if we could get that space, we could put the picnic tables in there and they'd stay nice. You leave them out over winter, whether it's under shelter, covered up, and they rot. Even though they're treated lumber, they rot. And, yeah, we had to
Piles
replace
on
a
top of
lot.
them, it's just,
Yeah, you stack them up and, you know, it is what it is, but hopefully that'll get done and we can keep them inside, and I think that'd make a great big difference. We keep them nice. Police been doing a very good job of patrolling too. I've seen them on their bicycles. During the Battle of the Barbecue, had a little trouble there, and the police were there, instant on their bikes. Same time, one took off, and he was down at Southside and arrested a inebriated person down at Southside, same time. So those bikes are 30 mile an hour. It's nice seeing them patrolling and keeping everybody safe.
thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, if there's nothing else, the board has no further questions or anything to come up. I hope that everyone's had a chance to look at the claims, and I'd entertain a motion to pay the claims.
I move that we pay the claims as presented.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. If there's nothing else to come before the board, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Thank you for joining us this evening.